Now that we've added prospects to a campaign, we're pretty much ready to start sending messages. The only thing we need to do first is, of course, create the messages that we're going to be sending to prospects. So you can do that from within the campaign's send page, or you can come over to your template manager to create your templates. Here you'll see two options, initial templates and quick replies. Initial templates are the initial messages you're sending out to people when you're sending messages in batches. Quick replies are when you're in the conversation and you're answering the same question over and over again with different prospects. You probably want to save those answers as quick replies. So I've already created a few templates here, but let's create one together so you can see exactly what we need to do. You should create actually 10 to 15 different initial outgoing templates, and then even 10 to 15 follow-up templates as well. The more variation you have in your templates, the better. Repetition is not your friend, and so with every batch you send, every 100 messages, you should select a new template for use to avoid looking like spam. So let's create a template together. Just click this new template button here. I'm going to put Happy Tuesday. As you can see, I already had it Happy Monday. So we can do date specific, but because we also need to be sending a new template with every batch we send, we just have to get kind of creative in the messaging, again, so that you're not sending the same message all the time. So Happy Tuesday. My name is Allison, and I'm a local investor. I'm interested in, let's use the street address merge tag. We just click it and it puts it right in there for us. That will actually merge in their street address for us into the message. Would you be interested in an offer? We can use emojis here as well. I feel like it adds a little personality. And it's good to use their first name. So I'm going to put Happy Tuesday first name. Let's insert that in the right spot. It should just pop in where we have our cursor. But let's see, Happy Tuesday, first name. My name is Allison and I'm a local investor. I'm interested in street address. Would you be interested in an offer? I do like also to end it in a question. It really prompts them to reply. Then we have the alternate message here. So this is only used quite rarely, just in the case that the prospect is missing, in this case, the first name or the street address. So you have a list of 1,000 or however many prospects, and sometimes one or two of those prospects are missing a first name. So when they're in queue, if they're missing their first name and we're using this merge tag, we don't have the data to pull in. So instead, we're just going to send this generic alternate message. I'm going to make it a little bit more exciting than the one we have here. So hello, my name is Allison and I'm a local investor. Would you be interested in selling any properties or land that you own? So again, add a question. We can put another emoji if we want. And so really this is rarely used, only for those odd cases that the prospect is missing some data. So we're going to save this. Again, you should create 10 to 15 different initial templates, and then we can pretty much already start sending messages. There is one more item that is a recent kind of add-on that we should do before we start sending messages. So let's pop over to our account settings page. We can then click Carrier Approved Templates. So this is a new option. This is for right now only AT&T prospects. AT&T has become very strict on the type of messaging that they will allow to go through to their users. And so if we don't have this on and we're just using our normal custom templates, you're going to get lots of carrier skips because AT&T has not approved those messages to go through to their users. So now we have this option to turn on. And this is actually templates that AT&T has said, yes, we will allow these to go through to our prospects or to our users, to your prospects that are under AT&T. So if we don't have this on, we're going to get lots of skips because they're not going to allow it. When we have these on, they know these templates and they're yes, allowing them to go through. So all we have to do is toggle this option on. You won't have anything here just yet. So you have to put in a company name and then some outgoing first names. You can put numerous company names, you can put outgoing first names, numerous outgoing first names, and it will cycle through them for you as it's using the messages. Don't put your actual company name. You never want to put your actual company information on an initial message just because you don't know who you're messaging just yet. And then once they're a qualified lead, you can give your real company information. So we always use Fair Offer Denver, Fast Offer Denver, anything like that. That's just a generic company name that's applicable to the area, but not our real company name. So we have that toggled on. We have at least one company name. We have at least one outgoing first name, and we can hit save. This will now allow the carrier approved templates to go through to AT&T prospects. Our other prospects that are not under AT&T are going to continue getting our normal custom templates that we create. It's just AT&T prospects that are going to get these carrier approved templates. So now we can go over to our campaign that we created and the send page here. Then we can click on the template that we created. You can also create templates within the send page here. But we can see here the prospect that's in queue and then the data being pulled into the template. So Cheryl's name is here and her property address is here. This is actually an AT&T template, and I know that because it has this opt-out language here. You can view your batch stats here as you're sending. It's going to complete the batch once you've reached 100 messages and then start batch 2. Your delivery rate should always be above 85%, and as long as you're not getting any carrier skips, or as long as you have your carrier approved templates on, you should not get many skips. We can talk a little bit later about reading batch stats in a different video. So we can go ahead and just start sending messages. It is sent one by one to be TCPA compliant, and for the most part, we're going to see the custom template that we created. But for our AT&T prospects, we're going to see those AT&T approved templates. So as we're sending out, you should get a delivery rate over 85%. This is actually my test account, so my messages aren't actually going out. So just make sure your delivery rates are over 85% here. Once we've reached sending 100 messages, again, it's going to move on to batch 2. And as I had mentioned before, with every batch we send, we should select a new template. So approaching the end of batch 1. And now I should select a new template for use and then start sending more messages. You can send 100 messages, start going through the replies, send another 100 messages, go through the replies, or send 100, switch up the template, send another 100, but you'll want to kind of separate them as well by going through your replies. Instead of sending so many messages back to back. Sending 200 in a row is okay as long as you've switched that template in between. Once you have sent a batch or two, you should come over to your metrics. And although those quick metrics are available in your send tab there, you can also see them here. So again, your delivery should be over 85%. You should be getting little to no skips. You'll start seeing a response rate once your responses start coming in. You should be getting around a 30% response rate on a first initial contact campaign. And these attempts are basically the amount of times you hit that send now button. We can walk through all of the batch stats and going through replies in another video. So just go ahead and navigate back to the YouTube channel to start learning more.